Afternoon, everybody. Oh, well, good morning. It's still morning time. I'm here today with a special guest, Mr. Carlos Castro, who is the president of TODOS Supermarket. He was gracious enough to visit Grand Park in our celebration of Hispanic Heritage Month, and I'm gonna let him introduce himself and tell us a little bit about his story. And our wonderful anchors here and for our morning show are going to ask Mr. Castro some questions. Like, once again, Mr. Castro, thank you for joining us.
My pleasure to be here on this special month for us Latinos, and glad to be back in my neighborhood where we used to have TODOS Supermarket. And I must say that I am originally from El Salvador. I was born and raised there. I migrated to the US at age 25, and I have worked many jobs, from being a janitor, a dishwasher, busboy, kitchen helper, laborer, and then finally having a company that did remodeling. And then Todo Supermarket came along back in 1990, and we are glad to be part of the community, and we are glad to be part of the support of our community. So I'm so happy to be here with such a talented group of kids, and I'm open to your questions.
Muted. Thank you so much, Mr. Castro. And we're very happy to have you. I know this morning we had we had a couple of issues, so we didn't get to have you this morning. But thanks for taking the time out of your very busy schedule for joining us here at Grand Park. So Anchor One, who is Badimi, is going to start the questions.
How were you able to overcome challenges and become successful?
It was actually the way I was raised, and I'm pretty sure your parents try to teach you values that can actually make you a successful person in the future. So my father always talked about integrity, working hard, being persistent, and respecting others, but most important, help others when there is the opportunity to help other people. So with those values and more, I have been able to have success, because when people that you are the kind of person that they can trust and that you work hard, then people will push you to success. Will help you to success. And something that it was big in my family is faith. My father had a lot of faith in God and faith in ourselves. We need to believe in ourselves in order to be successful. So with all of that, and taking advice from my teachers, my elderlies, my parents, I have been able to really come a long way, and I'm happy that I can share with you all, that. But it's that simple, you make yourself the purpose of being a successful, principle-guided adult, and life will actually reward you with success.
All right, thank you. All right, so my next question is going to be from Anchor 2, Matilda. Go ahead, Matilda.
You need to unmute.
What advice would you give to others who want to own a business?
The question is, what advice I would give to others who
want to own a business? Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you. That's another great question. on the top of the principles that I mentioned to anchor one, I think you need a lot of courage. In business, people that succeed is the people that have a lot of courage, that have an idea and want to make it reality. Because, you know, commonly most people have ideas, most people have dreams, most people want to have success in life, but they don't necessarily work as hard as you need to work in order to succeed. It's not easy, it's not simple. You need courage, you need persistence, you need to be there, and most of all, you need to be honest with yourself and with others. And you know, when you're going to business, you are doing it because you want to serve other people, you want to sell them something, you want to provide a service, and you do that thinking of your customer. How can I make this customer happy? How can I make this person come back and bring me more customers? And that's what you do. You know, generally, remember, courage is number one when going into business.
Awesome, awesome. All right, anchor number 3 with the bunny ears. What's your question? And if you're using your mic, make sure you bring the mic to your face so he can hear you.
Okay. Can you please share with us a little bit about yourself?
Yes, you know, I was born to a very poor family in El Salvador, and I was raised in a house that didn't have running water, didn't have inside plumbing. You know, our floors were dirt, so didn't have a regular floor like you see your homes here. So I realized that we were very poor, and I was the eldest of my family. So I decided that, because as a tradition in El Salvador and some Latin American countries, the eldest of the kids is supposed to take care of the parents and help the rest of the family. So I started working when I was just finished 6th grade, and then 7th grade, I started to go to school at night and work during the day. I was a little bony little kid, you know, but I didn't take that as something terrible to happen to me. I took that as a challenge. You know, how can I get my family out of poverty? How can I help my parents to raise the rest of my family? So I have been working since I was, like say, 12 and a half, 13 years of age, you know, but before then, just being a little kid, I used to run errands for my neighbors, and they would give me 1 penny, 2 pennies, sometimes 3 pennies, sometimes I got 5 pennies when I got paid really well, you know. So the culture of working for me, it just came natural. And what my father always said, you know, don't focus in getting your money if you're not willing to work hard. So I focus in working hard, and believe it or not, you know, when you work hard, people want to help you, people want to push you to success, to succeed. And I have found a lot of good people along the way that have made my success a lot easier. So I never dreamed that I'll be a millionaire, you know, but if you work hard, it happened. You know, I started with 0. You know, I was not even a legal resident in the US when I came here at 25, but you know, if you work hard, a lot of things happen. Now, when I say working hard, please refer it to what you're doing in life now. So now you're a student. When you want to work hard, that means that you need to do your homework. You need to do a nice project. You want to be proud of what you want to present to your teacher and to your classmates. You want to listen to your parents and help them at home. All the great things that make us special to our families and to the world, that means working hard when you're at your age. You know, when you are older and then you actually have a job, then it's a different setting, but you still set your mind in being a hard worker because you want to be very successful.
Thank you. That was a great answer. Appreciate that. Right, working hard is always important. That's something my dad always said. If you work hard, you will have success. Right.
Absolutely.
All right. Now, we got 3 more questions for you. Right. Back to anchor 1. What's your next question?
How important is getting an education in your eyes?
Let me tell you a small story. When I started to work for my father. He was a builder, you know, and he one week he put me to dig trenches. I thought my dad was cruel. I thought that other people should be doing that because I was a bony little kid that didn't weigh more like 90 pounds. But then I decided that as obedient as I was, I need to listen to my dad and I had to do the work. I didn't want to look like a wimp, you know, so I got my pickaxe and my wheelbarrow and I started to dig. I worked for a week. After a week, when they gave me my pay, my dad came to me and he said, son, how did you like your week? And I look at my dad like, hey, you know, how do you think I liked it? You know, I said, Dad, this is too much for me. You know, I'm just a little kid and, you know, everything is heavier to me because I am a 90-pound kid, you know. And he said, I know. And don't think that I'm doing it because I am bad. I am doing it because today, this week, you need to understand that if you don't go to school to learn, you know, you don't go to school to pass a grade. You need to go to school to learn. And if you don't plan yourself on a career, this is going to be your future. And I know you don't like this. So and at that point, he convinced me that I needed to get an education, you know, and I took it so serious that I was excelling in middle school, and then I graduated with honors when I graduated from high school, and it was a vocational high school in business administration, and then I went on to study industrial engineering. I couldn't graduate because we had a civil war and I migrated to the US and I came to work here of whatever opportunity I had, making $3 an hour, but it was a treasure for me. I could make some money. So that's how I can, you know, best answer your question. I hope you understand that education is number one.
Yeah, we totally understand. That's, you know, getting an education is the gateway to so many things and so many opportunities. And it starts right here in middle school. It started when you were in kindergarten, but really starts here in middle school because it's 3 years here, then it's off to high school. All right, got 2 more questions. I know you checking your phone, you got stuff going on. All right, anchor 2, go ahead.
How can we help build our community?
How can we help build the community? Is that the question?
Yes, sir.
Wonderful. You build a community by being a good neighbor, by following the scriptures, you know, for those of you that has religion as part of your life, where it tells you that you have to love your neighbor. And when you volunteer and when you look at other people, whether they look, you know, Asian, African American, or people of colors, or different dresses that we do, you know, all people that look different, when you look at those people with empathy and with love, then we become a community because you can see that at the end of the day, we all have the same dreams. We all want to succeed. We come from different parts of the countries of the world, and that's why we look different. We are of different race, and we look different. But you know, at the end of the day, your heart is the same, your blood is the same color, and when we love each other, when we, most importantly, when you always available to help your neighbor, to help anybody in need without expecting any rewards, that's when you're building community. That's when you're special to those people that you help. And then the people that you help become special to you. And that's how we can actually have a wonderful community that can live in peace and play and live and be happy together.
Awesome. Awesome. One more question, Mr. Castro. We got Anchor. We got bunny ears over here. Had one more question for you.
It's not bunny ears, it's cat ears.
Oh,
And
cat ears. I'm sorry.
what are you most proud of?
What am I most proud of? You know, I think being a Latino in a land where I was not born, having excelled despite of all the obstacles, I think make me really proud, because I can prove to anybody that you can actually achieve your dreams if you work hard, no matter what the color of your skin is, despite that you don't speak fluent English now. But if you work hard to achieve your dreams, you know, you have to study English. If you don't know English, you have to study hard to learn the language. Once you learn the language, you know, everything else is much easier. So I hope that answered your question.
You answered the question very well, by the way. So the last thing I'm going to ask you to do is share some final thoughts and words with all the community, the Grand Park community, and we're going to let you get back to doing your business thing today.
I want to share with you the experiences that I have with my parents and my teachers. Number one, every year that I went to school, I made a point of making one of my teachers my guidance, the person that I always went to ask questions, you know. And more than likely, teachers are special people that are devoted to build community, to build a career, to build your future. So that's the way I saw it when I was a kid. And I went all the way to finish high school. And my teachers never knew, but I always chose one to be my role model and to ask them questions, you know. And one thing that I always did is pay attention to my father. Sometimes I got spanked. So when I knew that that wasn't going to be easy, I tried to be a good kid. So I didn't need to be spanked for everything and anything. And like, for instance, one time he spanked me because I took 20 cents out of his pocket. But he gave me a big lesson. You have to be honest. I can ask for it. I didn't have to take it. And I went all the way to, I was maybe like in 3rd grade, but I went all the way to high school feeling sorry for what I did. That made me a person that wanted to be honest all my life. The biggest thing that my dad always talked to me about, or one of the biggest things I should say, because he was always, you know, admonishing us and telling us what to do, it's about not making excuses. My father never took a no for an answer, and he never took another answer when you say, no, it can be done, you know. So he didn't want excuses. So I learned throughout my life by his teachings that when I have a problem in life, I have a challenge. When I have a challenge, I have an opportunity to prove who I am. Do I need to talk to my parents? Do I talk to another adult? But I need to get my answer. The question is, you need to have that burning desire to succeed, to solve the problems that life presents you. And when you do that, you know, more than likely you're successful. So that actually, you know, I laugh because when I am training my managers, my leadership training, one of the questions I make them repeat at the end of the presentation, like you go, I am so and so, and I am the owner of the supermarket. You know, you know, the last thing they have to repeat, and I am a problem solver, because you know that I became that. So please try to make sure that you not only you practice, but you share with others that excuses are not allowed. Put that in a little piece of paper on your bedroom door, you know? Excuses are not accepted, because you're gonna find the answers to your life. And that's probably the part that I am most proud of, that I don't see life as a problem. I don't see a problem as a problem. I see opportunity to help others, opportunity to help myself, opportunity to resolve problems in life. And that's my trademark.
That is awesome. We really need problem solvers in the world, and that is amazing. Mr. Castro, thank you so much for joining us today. And we're going to go ahead and end this by saying that we really appreciate you coming in, taking the time out of your busy day, even though we got Anchor 3 over there yawning. So I'm gonna come up there and take care of you, so you can get out of here. Anchors, thank you all for joining us. Thank you all for being amazing. And anybody watching, thank you for watching. Have a great day.
Very, very smart kids. Thank you so much.